So the film that I reviewed today was Punch Drunk Love, or I'm going to review, is Punch Drunk Love, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, and it stars Adam Sandler as Barry. And so, if you haven't seen Punch Drunk Love, what this film really is about is one, I guess, it's kind of like Adam Sandler started in a film called Anger Management, which is kind of funny considering this film is about anger, but it's also about so much more than that. And Paul Thomas Anderson always gets into these kind of deeper subjects, and Punch Drunk Love is one of those films that does that. And I feel like this film really encapsulates as well what the talent of Adam Sandler really is. And it's kind of sad that some of his films nowadays kind of aren't as, obviously unique. They're kind of just I guess you would call it potty humor type stuff. And he has so much talent, you guys. If you guys haven't seen this film, or you haven't seen like Spanglish, or what's that other film that he did, Reign Over Me, I believe, with Don Cheadle. That's another incredible film. So anytime Adam Sandler's taken a dramatic role, he's actually done really well. And I think if he did take more dramatic roles, he could be in the same realm as Robin Williams possibly one day, if he did do that. Now, I completely understand why he doesn't, too. He always seems to cast the same amount of friends in all of his films, and they always go on vacation somewhere. So you watch his last couple of films, and he's always kind of on vacation somewhere, and that's where the film revolves around something going on there. So I understand that. I understand he's also a family man and that he does have a family. So maybe these types of films aren't films he wants to do anymore. Punch Drunk Love was done in 2002, so it's a really early 2000s film. But basically, I'll get back into the film now. It's very incredible. And one thing that this film does very well is the soundtrack makes the whole entire movie tense. If you guys haven't seen anything from Punch Drunk Love, or you haven't seen a trailer for it or anything like that, I highly recommend you check it out. The soundtrack for this film really is consistently going, and it's going while even characters are talking. And it's really Barry's inner feelings, and it gets higher and higher, and the drums get louder and louder, and all these noises get louder and louder, and it's his anger kind of building up. But he's such a quiet and introverted guy that when he does explode, he really explodes and destroys stuff and stuff like that. But this just also shows how great of an actor Adam Sandler really is. And obviously, the directing in this film is incredible. Paul Thomas Anderson is the director. If you don't know who Paul Thomas Anderson is, you guys, he directed There Will Be Blood. The last film I believe he directed was Inherent Vice, if you guys haven't seen that. But There Will Be Blood, what is that other? Boogie Nights. If you guys haven't seen Boogie Nights, awesome film. Magnolia as well. He's a great director, and he really does films that are a lot different than each other. And this film is no exception. It tackles the subject of love and how there really is a person out there for everybody. And I believe that. I believe that, sooner or later you're going to run into a person that doesn't have to be the exact same as you. They can even be the polar opposite of you. But you click in such a way with each other that you know that you'll be with this person for the rest of your life. And anybody that's come across that person, you can immediately tell. You can say things around them that you can't say around other people. You can be funny or joking and stuff, and you don't have to really be the person that you're kind of with everybody else. Everybody kind of wears masks sometimes or has a different personality when they're around a certain type of person. And this film's really about Barry, Adam Sandler's character, Barry, really having a hard time dealing with pretty much everything in life. And this film has a lot of cool tiny stuff in it, like the pudding stuff where, he buys all this pudding because he finds out that Healthy Choice is doing something with American Airlines where they'll give you 500 miles or 1,000 miles if you buy 10 of any of their products. And he finds out that the pudding actually is individually marked, and so he buys thousands of things of pudding to get pretty much 1,000,000 miles on American Airlines so he can fly wherever he wants to. But the funny thing about it is that he doesn't want to go anywhere until he meets this girl. And this girl, actually, her job is to travel. So I don't want to spoil too much of the film for you guys. It's an incredible film. Actually really funny, but also really tense, you guys. The soundtrack in this film makes a ton of scenes really tense. Special shout out to Philip Seymour Hoffman. He does an incredible job in this film. He's one of my favorite actors. Sadly, he passed away, but wish he was was still here, because he is one of those actors that I feel like could play anything, really. And he's great in this film, just like he's great in all the other Paul Thomas Anderson films like Boogie Nights and Magnolia and stuff like that. So appreciate you guys getting on here and hearing my quick review for Punch Drunk Love. I do want to do a more in-depth review for it that I'll possibly shoot in HD and upload. So I want to do a lot more of those. It's just with my time schedule lately, I kind of can only get on sometimes and do these Periscopes for you guys and give you a quick review. But I appreciate you guys getting on here and listening to this, and I appreciate you sharing it out and giving me the hearts. Really, really love and appreciate you guys. I'll have another film review for you guys tomorrow, day 26. Don't know what film yet. So if you guys have any recommendations for me or anything like that, I'd really, really appreciate it. So once again, thank you guys so much. See you tomorrow. Appreciate it.